Welcome back to another eye-opening episode on human psychology. Today we are diving deep into a question we all have asked at some point. Why can't I stop thinking about that one person? Whether it's someone you loved, someone who hurt you, or even someone you barely knew, there's a psychological reason why their memory keeps replaying in your mind. Let's explore 14 powerful psychology-based reasons behind this emotional phenomenon. 1. Unfinished emotional business. Your mind holds on to people when closure is missing. Psychology calls this the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain tends to remember incomplete experiences more intensely than completed ones. If a relationship ended abruptly or without answers, your subconscious will keep revisiting that person in search of resolution. 2. Emotional imprint. Some people leave behind strong emotional memories through love, pain, laughter, or betrayal. Those intense emotions create deep neural pathways in the brain. So even if time passes, your mind replays their presence because of the emotional charge they carried. 3. Dopamine and attachment. When you're around someone who makes you feel special, your brain releases dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Over time, your mind associates that person with pleasure. So even after they're gone, your brain keeps seeking that high again, making you think of them like an emotional addiction. 4. Unconscious hope. Sometimes your mind keeps bringing them back because deep down, you're still hoping for a return, a reconciliation, or a chance. Psychologists call this a mental loop of longing. It's not always conscious, but your brain doesn't give up on a story it once believed in. 5. You assigned meaning to them. In your life story, certain people become symbolic. You may have attached meanings like the one who understood me or my soulmate. Even if the reality was different, your mind keeps recalling them because they represent something greater than just a person. They represent an emotional narrative. 6. Habitual thought patterns. When you've spent a lot of time thinking about someone, it becomes a mental habit. The mind is conditioned to return to familiar patterns, even if those patterns hurt. It's like a well-worn road, easy to travel, hard to leave. 7. Lack of new emotional input. If your current life lacks emotional excitement, intimacy, or connection, your brain revisits past emotional highs. You think of that one person not because they're perfect, but because you haven't felt something similar since. The brain fills emotional voids with past memories. 8. Mirror neurons and emotional triggers. Your brain has mirror neurons that remember how someone made you feel. Warmth, comfort, hurt, excitement. Even a song, smell, or location can activate those neurons. Suddenly, you're right back with that person, in your mind. 9. They represent unmet desires. Sometimes the person we think about the most isn't about them. It's about what they represent. Love, acceptance, understanding, passion, validation. You crave what they made you feel, and your brain keeps them alive as a symbol of your unmet needs. 10. Emotional trauma bonds. If the connection had emotional intensity, highs and lows, or manipulation, it may have formed a trauma bond. This is a psychological chain that ties you to someone even after they're gone. Your mind confuses emotional intensity with emotional importance. 11th, romantic idealization. Our minds tend to rewrite the past. You might remember only the good parts, the smiles, laughs, connection, and forget the pain, the misunderstandings, the silence. This idealized version of them becomes addictive. You're in love not with the person, but with the memory you've edited over time. 13. Low self-worth loop. When we tie our self-worth to someone else's validation, losing them feels like losing a part of ourselves. Your mind goes back to them in search of that lost identity. You think about them because you're trying to remember who you were when they loved you. 14. Soul connection or psychological projection. Sometimes it feels like more than psychology, you just know there's a spiritual bond. But be careful. This may be a projection of your deepest desires and fears. You may see a soulmate when it's really a mirror showing your own wounds. Understanding this can set you free. So the next time you wonder why you keep thinking of that one person, know that it's not weakness. It's human psychology. It's memory, emotion, trauma, hope, and habit all woven together in a powerful mental loop. But here's the good news. Once you become aware of the reason, you can begin to rewire your thoughts. You can shift your focus. You can give yourself closure. You can build new emotional pathways. And eventually, you will think of them less and live for yourself more. Thank you for watching. If this helped you understand your emotions better, don't forget to like, comment, and share with someone who needs this today. Until next time, stay aware, stay healing, and stay strong.